Hello everybody and welcome to the HCW Podcast. This week we are reviewing WWE Friday Night Smackdown, WWE Monday Night Raw, AEW Saturday Night Collision and AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite. Please stay tuned. Roll intro.
HCW Reviews.
Hello everybody and welcome to the show. I am your returning host, Frozzy, alongside RateWrestle, who is always here, unless he's not. But yeah, how are you doing, buddy? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's good. The boys are back in town, as they say, or whatever. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
DP knocked the viewers down, and now we brought you back.
Yeah, I was going to say the last two have not been great, have they? So we'll bring back the draw and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Colin's going to be on soon.
Nice.
1.5k Colin.
Yeah, that's what we need. More Colin. We'll get him to host. That's what we can do.
Yes. And then we'll just not be on the channel, or it'll be his channel.
Yeah, and we'll just have him on video, every single video, just him. That's what we need.
Yeah, and then we'll quarterly share all the profit we make.
Yeah. He doesn't need to know about that bit. But yeah, we will. We'll dive straight into the wrestling because there's no point messing about. It wasn't a great week, so we may as well get it started and get it done.
Yep.
Have you got your notes ready? Or?
Yes, yeah, I've got my notes. I'm just looking over there while you were spooling.
Yeah, no worries. Well, kick us off with SmackDown then, and we'll go from there.
Excellent. Yeah, so SmackDown. So SmackDown's normally the fuzzy one because it's the first one. It's the first one I watch of the week. So it started with main event Jey Uso coming down. He was already in the ring, weirdly, and then Roman Reigns' music just kicked in straight away, and he just barraged Jey Uso. He was just basically saying, "I made you relevant. The only reason you were going to be this, well, you were the right-hand man, is because Jimmy was injured." And then Jey just went, "But I beat you." That was pretty much it. Like, you say all this, but I'll beat you, and I'll beat you again. And it was like,
yeah.
So the tribal chief and the bloodline story continues,
and it carries.
And I still,
the company.
Yeah, I still care. So that's all that matters. We kicked off into the finals of the United States tournament. I rated it 3 stars, which was Santos versus Rey. It ended abruptly due to Rey Mysterio actually getting injured. People thought it was a storyline, but he actually got injured, which came out recently. Yeah, he whacked his head off the floor.
Yeah, I mean, this match feels like an absolute age ago. So yeah, I mean, I vaguely remember it. I remember that part, but yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was a decent match until then. Yeah, and then Rey. Santos took a dive and Rey's just boshed his head off the floor, and then it came back after the adverts and Rey was dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, good match. I think that was my match of the night as well, which says something if it ended abruptly. Wallow was talking some crap. That's what I wrote there. Bianca was backstage and the Karens got involved, and then they basically challenged Bianca to a tag match, and then Charlotte popped up and went, "I can be your tag partner," and Bianca went, "No, girl, that ain't happening." And then Charlotte went, "No, I'll go speak to Adam." Didn't even bother to react to that. Yeah, I'll get it sorted. So that was a thing. Hit Row were in the ring, and then LA Knight just basically rained down on Hit Row, and then he fought Ashante Adonis and beat him, and I rated it a star because he beat him strong.
Yeah.
And then at some point, I must have skipped it, but I've wrote a note here. Jey hit Waller with a uppercut. So I don't know if that happened between the Bianca and the Santos match or where it happened. It just had a throwback, and I was like, "Oh, I missed that completely."
I'm sure it was in the segment. I think. I don't know.
With Waller, was it?
Oh, now I'm just confusing myself. I've been doing this all day.
No idea. Lashley and the Profits are together and they're dressing sharp. That's supposedly going to be the new Hurt Business. And they want Bianca Belair in it as well. This isn't SmackDown related, but they don't want to change. They don't want to make Bianca heel yet.
Yeah.
So, makes sense. Charlie Anka, because that's their Franken team, I've called them. Charlie Anka versus the Karens. I rated 2 3/4 stars. It was fun. that was pretty much it. And they dominated the tag team champs because that's how wrestling works.
Yes. Well, they dominated the tag team champs and they're never going to get a shot at it.
Yeah. And the finisher was really good. I really liked the finisher. It was the commentary was awful on it. So basically, Bianca went for the KOD, but Charlotte absolutely just punted one of the Karens with a big boot off her shoulders. It looked grim.
Yeah.
And then she blind tagged prior to that and picked up the win. Then the commentators tried to make out, was she aiming for the Karens or was she aiming for Bianca? And it was like, she was aiming. It would have been harder to miss Bianca Belair.
100%.
It was like, and then this was followed by LA having a promo backstage. You know, he was saying he's not had a misstep and he's in the Battle Royale, and then Sheamus is in the Battle Royale as well. And then they announced it, and Sheamus did the as they were left. So they're having a match next week. So, well, it'll be tonight of the podcast.
Yes.
Carrion versus KA, not Killian Mbappe, Jesus Christ, that went off. Carl Anderson. I rated 3.25 stars. Cross absolutely mauled Carl Anderson, and the whole storyline makes no sense because AJ Styles beat Cross the other week in like 20 seconds flat, so I don't know what this story is anymore.
Seemingly it's got Killian Mbappe in it, so...
Yep. And then he got thinking the Cross jacket straight afterwards, and then AJ ran down and Cross sniveled away. And then we had Jay versus Waller. I rated 2.5 stars. It ended really well with Jay spearing Waller and picking up the win, which I really liked. And then Roman went to attack. Jay speared him out of his shoes, which I really liked as well.
Yeah.
So it seems like the winner's going to be the guy that has the spear.
Yeah, and
Jay needs a finisher, to be fair. So.
Side note, Grayson Waller hit a people's elbow. Just throwing it out there.
Well, Rock's going to be at SummerSlam, isn't he? So.
Apparently.
The two rumours are he's going to fight...
The Rock was going to be at Mania, The Rock was going to be at the Royal Rumble. So, I mean, we haven't seen The Rock in...
He's either going to fight Grayson Waller for 2 minutes, is the rumour, or he's going to be involved in the Roman match in some kind of way.
You do not waste him on Grayson Waller. I'm sorry, you
just infuriating.
I like Grayson Waller, but you don't waste him. You don't waste him.
And then in the end, Jay got absolutely obliterated by Solo and Roman, and they did the double Samoan spike / spear.
Yeah.
And Jay was dead by that point. End of SmackDown.
Yeah.
And
so
scene.
I mean, the opening and the closing saved the show, and there was one match that was good.
And surprisingly, all involved the bloodline.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll get straight into Raw, which I don't think got much better.
Well, it started off strong. So it started off with the big storyline of Logan Paul versus Ricochet. Raw started off with Logan Paul and Ricochet.
You know what really annoyed me about this? Is that when...
It started off with Logan Paul and Ricochet.
No, even more than that. Like, if it's going to start with them, fine. Whatever, it's going to start with someone. But it was when Logan Paul was talking down about Samantha Irvin and stuff like that. It was Ricochet, the way he took him down. It was the worst takedown I have ever seen in my life. How am I meant to take this man seriously?
Yeah, it's not gonna be good. But yeah, he's the winner, and that was pretty much the style of it. That Samantha Irvin is his fiance, and Logan's going to be announced the winner from. Yeah, it was a pretty shit start to Raw.
And Corey Graves on commentary as well said Logan Paul has finally met his physical match in Ricochet. The man went 1-on-1 with Roman Reigns.
Yes, but Ricochet's better than Roman Reigns.
Apparently so. If you listen to Corey Graves, what a fucking idiot!
Stupid commentary. Imperium. Were about back. Gunther was blaming Ludwig Kaiser, and then he also said that he wanted nothing to do with Giovanni. Basically, you're saying I don't even want to speak about you. And then it ended up with being a match to redeem himself, Ludwig, and he did in my eyes. I rated 3 stars, and Ludwig won clean.
Yeah,
not even cheating, no cheating at any point. He just kicked the Insecurity's face off.
Yeah, Riddle ain't getting pushed anymore.
Yeah, so Ludwig's in Gunther's good books, Giovanni's still not, which still points towards there's going to be a 4th member soon, which the rumours are still Tyler Bate.
Yeah.
Which I like Tyler.
Yeah. it can work with Tyler Bate.
Yeah.
I don't know who else there could be. Everyone would like the idea of Ilya Dragunov, but it ain't going to happen because he's already said it's not him.
Yeah, and it wouldn't. I feel like Ilya Dragunov is like the anti-Imperium, as in like he's always going to fight against them, and it just wouldn't work out because he's European and Russian. Let's throw him in Imperium.
Where is Drew McIntyre?
He's away. They announced on Gunther literally said that Drew isn't here tonight.
Yeah, but why? They're supposed to be having a match.
Because he's doing promotional stuff, supposedly.
Get lost. This man needs to build his match.
Gunther builds it because Gunther's Gunther. Logan said some stuff backstage. I'd have Ricochet and Logan. I don't care. Then we had the match we were all looking forward to: Valhalla versus Maxine Dupree. Rated 3.25 stars just because of the finish. Because Maxine Dupree did an amazing finisher, like a cross jacket electric chair pin.
Yeah,
insane.
It was a shit match. How it got 3.25, even from the finish.
Yeah. 3/4 stars, sorry, not 3.75.
Oh, right.
3/4 stars.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm not Dave Meltzer. Jesus Christ. Ciampa and Naka are going to be fighting each other, and it's all about momentum. Judgment Day run about how they're dominating, and they're going to fight Rollins and Sami Zayn tonight. Dom got booed out of the arena as usual.
Yeah.
Ciampa versus Naka rated 2.5 stars. It was fine. Lesnar is just talking about Cody, and I don't care about Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes. I'm trying to, but I don't. Cody's fell off again in my caring scale.
Yeah.
I don't want him to fight Reigns. That's how much I care about.
Yeah, it's going to be weird because we know it's going to happen. So, hopefully, just someone else beats Roman.
Yeah, Cody then brawled with Lesnar and he absolutely obliterated him, which means Cody's clearly going to win at SummerSlam. Because it would make no sense for him to lose now, because either you're having another match or you're the top challenger for Reigns, supposedly, just got absolutely obliterated. So,
yeah.
Gunther versus Gable was a thing, because Gunther just said Gable's would be smirched like the wrestling, he hangs around with these jokes. So they're going to have a match, and it was a good match. I rated 3 stars. I think it just picked the Ludwig Kaiser versus Riddle match as my match of the night.
Yeah.
And then Gunther spit a promo about Drew McIntyre afterwards, and he's going to be the forever Intercontinental Champion.
He's going to lose at some point. I'm intrigued as to who is going to beat him, because it's going to be a big thing.
And then Gunther will be pushed towards the main title.
Oh, he has to be.
Because they have to. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's who's the one to beat Gunther?
Jey Uso.
So beats Reigns, then goes and beats Gunther.
Yeah. Either one. Becky is speaking with Trish, and then she wants to fight Trish tonight, and then Adam Pearce says, why not? And then the match kicks off, and then Zoe Stark instantly jumps in, and the match stops, and then it's rated 0 stars, because technically it's a match. Yeah. The bell rang. And then they attacked, and now it's going to be Trish versus Becky. It's going to be 2 weeks after SummerSlam.
Yeah.
They pulled that off SummerSlam.
Yep. I'll be interested to see what match goes on there in its place.
Nothing. They'll just prolong more matches. Or Roman Reigns versus Joe will be an hour. Joe. I said Joe. I'm sticking with Uso. It. Yep. Joe Uso. Or Samoa Joe. Because he is Samoan.
Yeah.
And then we had the Judgment Day versus Sami and Seth. I rated 3 stars. It was just a manic ending to Raw. They ended up picking up the win. It was just a bit,
Yeah.
It was all because Damien Finn. Yeah, it's the old storyline with Damien Finn, isn't it? It kind of cost him slightly, but Finn said for him to cash it in, so it kind of redeems him slightly. Yeah. But yeah, WWE's quite shit this week.
Yeah, I mean, the next company doesn't get much better, but...
Go home show.
Yeah, we'll move on to Collision.
We will, and I need to backtrack to Collision. Okay, so it's a fair Collision I enjoyed. Andrade versus Murphy are at 3.5 stars, I believe. It was just a good ladder match. Yeah, it was just a good ladder match, yeah. I didn't like the ending because it was a bit meh, like Julia Hart and Murphy going through a table, but everything else involved. And I didn't like the spot with the handcuffs,
right?
Because basically Julia Hart got Andrade in the handcuffs, and then she was waving these things, and then he kicked Murphy, and then Julia just dropped the keys to Andrade. Basically, it's like, why would you? Surely, if he's just beat up someone you enjoy, you don't want to give him the chance of escaping still.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good match overall, and Andrade's won his mask back.
Yeah.
Miro brawls with Solo. Suzuki versus Darby Allin. All right, they're 2.75 stars. It was a bit meh by the end, and it was a predictable finish as usual. That Suzuki gets someone in a choke, and they do that roll-up pin thing where they're still in the choke, and for some reason, no one ever lets go of the choke to kick out.
No. Like the person,
Suzuki's lost by it
like the
20 times.
With the choke, thinks they're the one that's getting the pin. It's so dumb.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It says that Suzuki always loses to it as well. It literally makes no sense. I've written Christian Cage was just basically saying that this day he just don't like what's happening.
Christian Cage needs to get lost.
Yeah. Joe versus Gravity, or 8.5 star. Joe beat Gravity. Why is Gravity still a thing?
I mean, I know why.
I didn't know it was a thing. Yeah, but it was fucking this Gravity's stupid. I didn't know he was actually legitimately a wrestler. I thought they were mocking when he fought Pat last week. Before it actually happened, I thought they were just doing like a joke thing, as in like Pac versus Gravity, the man that Gravity forgot. Yeah. I thought that was the joke, but no, Gravity's legitimately like a wrestler.
Yeah,
and he's going up against. He might get challenged the Ring of Honor title, but then he also just got murdered by Joe.
Oh, and he keeps losing. He won his debut, and that's it.
Yeah, against Commander, who everyone's beat.
Yeah.
Because Commander can't not walk the ropes and fall over. CM Punk is the real world champion. And he's also sponsored by X.
He put an X right through the Elite as well, which was funny.
Yes. Elon Musk loved it.
Mm.
He chose the wrong time to do it, literally as the X symbol on Twitter came out. Starks is challenging him next week. If Starks wins that title, I might never watch Collision ever again.
Starks is not beating Punk.
Of course he's not, but I don't want it even to be like close. Especially because, have you watched it? You've not probably watched any of the podcasts, but like, have you watched Collision the last couple of weeks?
No, I've not watched it, like, until this week when I was coming back. I've watched nothing.
So I've got a thing that basically, first week of Collision, Punk lost to Starks in the Owen Hart final. Yeah. And basically, they're playing on the thing that Starks grabbed the ropes to pick up the win. And basically, this is what happens. Say this is the rope. Starks is in the roll-up. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and then he grabs the ropes.
Right.
So, like, he was, like, on 3, he already grabbed the ropes. So if Punk was kicking out, he could still have kicked out.
Yeah.
The ref was looking clearly at it. Like, literally, you see the ref looking at it. And then I was going to DP. Hopefully, they are smart enough not to play into this.
Yeah.
Because there's clearly that Dick Starks just legitimately won. The next week, CM Punk said cheating, and it was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Like, there's camera footage, and they showed it again, and it was like, oh, no, why like, Tony Khan can't swivel. As in, like, he's, like, literally, if he's got something planned, he can't change his mind.
Yeah.
It's like the whole Hangman Page thing all over again, that he should have won the title 16 months prior to him winning the title when no one cared again.
Yeah.
The Bang Bang Boys versus the random trio of, I think it was Darius Martin, Vikingo, and Action Andretti. I rated 2.25 stars because it was just a typical trios match that made no sense that they keep doing.
Yeah.
Kira Hogan versus Mercedes Martinez, rated 2.5. It was actually alright.
It probably would have been better if it had been Kira Knightley, to be fair.
I nearly said Kira Knightley, didn't I? God damn it. Then she attacks Kira after the match, and then Statlander comes out to save, and then Willow comes out to save, and then AEW says the women's division's stacked, and it was like, look at these 4 people, it's not stacked.
No.
Not stacked at all.
No.
And then we have the main event, Cole and MJF versus FTR, rated 3.5 stars. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but it was good. There was just a lot of shenanigans, and FTR kind of didn't wrestle how they normally would. They were in the ring together a lot, which is not how FTR normally wrestles. They kind of not like they do a double team move and then jump out. They were in the ring for ages. Yeah. The main point of this was, though, that MJF, everyone thought he was going to turn heel on Cole at the end. He grabbed the bout to hit Cole in the back. Cole knew it was going to happen. He was just like this, waiting for it. And then MJF threw it down and they hugged each other.
Yeah.
So the story continues, and I love it.
It is pretty wild that it's like this. The thing that's bothered me here is that this is well overshadowed the tag titles.
Yes. Yes, it has. But don't worry, it's Dax and Cash versus Big Bill and Brian Cage this weekend for the tag team titles. That'll get him back on track.
Sorry, did you say something there, mate?
It's Cash and Dax versus Big Bill. You will listen and you will like it. So that was the end of Collision. It ended well, but yeah, it did overshadow the tag team titles. But back on track next week.
Yeah, I mean, we may as well just go straight into Dynamite because we're doing quite well here.
Yep, Dynamite 200.
Oh yeah, 200. Yeah, I forgot about that. They didn't mention it at all.
So we had the team of the Jazz Society, Guevara and Allen. Not Guevara Allen, fuck's sake. Guevara and Garcia. Versus Lasexuki, Lasextia? That's what I'm going to call them. I was trying to mix Lasex Gods and Lasex. Oh, Takeshita and Chris Jericho. Rated 3 stars. It was a good match. It played into the storyline very well because Don Callis hit Garcia with the bat. Jericho went, "What the fuck are you doing?" Looked at it and went. He kept going, and then he just pinned him anyway. It was oh fuck it. So obviously that rivalry is going to continue, and I don't mind it.
No, well, if the rumour for All Out, I don't know which.
All in. You're on about Wembley. Yeah, Wembley's all in.
Jericho and Ospreay. It makes sense. And you should have called him Jerry Sheeter, by the way.
Jerry Sheeter. Yeah. Chichester. I don't know.
Stop butchering it, man.
Takeshita. It's no Sheeter. It's Takeshita. Just Sheeter.
Yeah. Okay.
Conserico?
No.
Krisuke?
Krisuke.
That one.
Krisuke is good.
Then we had TK Khan doing an appreciation package for 4 minutes of what's happened for like 200 episodes. I'd have skimmed past that.
Cody and Brandy were on that package.
Yeah, of course they were, because they were literally like 50% of the first 2 years.
I know, but it's just like, you don't expect the companies to work together and allow it to happen. I know they have done
they probably didn't even ask. It's their own footage. They don't. TK didn't give a shit.
Fair.
And WWE doesn't. Well, it doesn't affect WWE either, does it? So it's yeah. Jazz Society are having a meeting next week, and Chris Jericho has to turn up. We had Jack Perry and the showdown with Jerry Lynn, and I'm glad that Jerry Lynn on the stage instantly went, "Doctors won't clear me. This ain't happening." So I was worried it was happening. But do you know what is happening?
Yeah, you get to where
RVD's happening.
I mean,
I like RVD.
The best thing about this is the entrance.
Walk.
Yep.
So he still looks fit. Oh, RVD. Like, he did that spin kick, and it actually looked like a typical RVD spin kick.
Why does Jungle Boy keep getting these matches?
Because Jungle Boy is the future.
Of what?
Of the FTW title. He's made it relevant. We had my match of the night, which was Mox versus Trent versus Penta. I rated 3.5 stars because it was just mental.
Yeah, this was like the first 10 minutes where everyone was bleeding but Moxley, which was wild, by the way.
Moxley was like, fuck you guys, I'm not bleeding. How do you which bet now? What are you going to do?
Then he did.
Yeah, and there was like really bad bumps on the thumbtacks and stuff like that. It was a fun match, and I liked that Beretta one because I didn't expect it at all.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be Beretta. Well, it's going to be the Best Friends versus Claudio and Moxley in a, what are they calling it? Like car park brawl?
God knows. It's just a brawl.
It's when they fought last time they fought Pride and Powerful, what they were called at that point.
Yeah. Santana and Ortiz.
Yeah. RVD backstage called Jungle Boy Jungle Jerk. That was the what I took from that promo. MGF's in the ring, and then he gets an ADD chant.
ADHD.
ADHD, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I know. It was just like you stumbled like you didn't mean to say it and then said it wrong.
Yeah, so I got really confused. Because ADD, what's ADD?
I don't
Attention deficit disorder?
Yeah, no, it's the same thing. They are the same thing.
Okay, I'm glad that it is the same thing. That's what really threw me. And then he was saying he's a scumbag, and then Cole came down. I started skimming forward because MJF promos can be good, but they can also be 15 minutes long when Tony Khan goes, just speak. Yeah. And because he's a face at the moment, it's a struggle to kind of full on get involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's happening is MJF went, Cole doesn't deserve a rematch, and I was like, oh, MJF's being a dick. And then he went, you deserve a good rematch, like the great show, rematch. And it's going to be MJF versus Cole at All In.
Yeah. So
stories are getting played into the show now, which is good.
Yeah, which is what was my fear when I found out the show was happening, that it wasn't going to have stories. Yeah,
it's got to be on some kind of pay-per-view or Fight now.
Yeah, no, it's on Fight. So in America and Canada, $39.99. In England, $19.99 or $14.99. I think.
Or for me, live and in person.
Yeah, I think I'd rather pay for.
All about the boom. Go fuck yourself, Ross. Where were we? Oh, here we go. This is where we were. The Elite versus the Jeff Jarrett Troupe. That's what I wrote here because, good God. I rated 2.5 stars because it was the Elite versus the Jeff Jarrett Troupe. And there were so many shenanigans, it hurt.
Yeah.
So many shenanigans. Just awful match. Like, not awful, but average. Awful.
Not what you'd expect.
I didn't like it. Yeah. And they've all re-signed.
Everyone raves about the Elite, don't they? So this isn't what you expect from them.
Yeah, exactly. But the Elite have re-signed.
Yeah. It's only Kenny I'm bothered about. I could not give a fuck where the Bucks go.
Kenny's the only one I'd want in WWE at the moment. The others wouldn't last.
Kenny's the only one I'd want anywhere out of all of them.
Yeah. We had the Mogul Embassy, which is now AR Fox is involved, and I'm actually enjoying it because they've gone proper thug life, just flipping going to murder Darby Allin. Turned up at flipping Nick Wayne's gym session in his garage, training someone, and absolutely ruined him. Like he was busted open, bleeding everywhere. And then they phoned Darby Allin on his phone and went, this is only the first thing, and just threatened him. Then they threw a skateboard through a window, and I was like, I actually enjoy this. This is just gang violence. Just beat the crap out of someone in his own house.
Nice.
Swerve I like Swerve, and that's good.
Yeah.
And AR Fox, I wasn't asked about, but they've made me interested in him.
Fair.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then I've wrote something here which I'm confused. Oh, it was Vikingo. I thought I wrote Vikings, and I was hold on, Viking Raiders aren't on the show. We had Vikingo and Commander, the Dream Team versus Aussie Open. I rated 2 3/4 stars. It was good-ish, but also I'm bored of Vikingo and Commander because it's the same moves over and over and over and over and over again, and I don't want to see them for a bit.
Yeah.
But it was good seeing Aussie Open on the main show.
Yeah, I was quite looking forward to this one myself as well because I do like Aussie Open, so it'll be I'm hoping it'll be more of a fun watch than you've rated it when I actually get to see it. But yeah,
it's 2 3/4. It was good. It was just it was the same stuff over and over again. If when you've seen Vikingo a few times, you need to not see him for a bit. Yeah. Same with Commander.
Yeah,
he's cool. Like the rope stuff is cool, but if you see every match, it's just like The Undertaker's old school. Like eventually, it's kind of like, why are you just not knocking him off the rope?
Yeah. Yeah, why are you letting him hold your hand?
Yeah. It's that. But then the main event happened straight away because AEW have got this weird thing where they'll put like 7 promos between matches, but the last 2 matches just go on straight away between each other. So we had the main event, which I was really surprised by, of Toni Storm versus Shida. I thought it was going to be the triple threat. I thought that's what they were building towards. But I read it for a start. I did enjoy it, and I was really surprised Shida won.
Same,
like,
and this is
really
why it main evented, clearly, because it was a title change.
And I don't mind because Shida's probably the best women's champion they had.
Yeah, I
don't know if Tony Khan suddenly went, hold on, this is shit. let's go back to Sumper Age.
I feel like Baker's run was probably the best one.
Yeah, but then the trouble is Baker's, like you've probably not, like, Baker had one of the worst matches I've ever seen. Last week.
I've seen. Well, she's had 2 stinkers in 2 weeks, hasn't she? Apparently.
Yeah, and it's just not good. She needs to kind of go away from TV for a while to come back. I think that's it. I think she's gone so stale it hurts. Where's Thunder Rosa?
Still bitching somewhere, probably.
But she was like on the Collision. Do you know when they were announcing Collision? Like, and Miro and her were backstage. Where is she now?
There's been many weeks since there. She's been bitching somewhere because all she does is complain.
Yeah. To be fair, they did fuck her over though. Like she was having the best matches prior to being women's champion. They made her women's champion, and then all she was doing was promos.
Yeah.
Tony Khan forgot to book her as a champion.
Yeah, but they always forget to book the belts, and it's like I saw this debate going on. I think it was in FPL actually, and I think it was Red was saying that they don't forget about the belts because the matches are every week. But by forgetting about the belts, we mean like building stories for why these belts matter. Like it's fine. It's all well and good having defenses and stuff like that, but there's no reason for them. You're just throwing them on to throw them. So they don't forget the belts exist. They forget to build the belt.
They're very middle ground, as in they're very so. Thunder Rosa never really defended the title, and they didn't care. No. Orange Cassidy and Statlander are defending it every week, and it's boring.
Yeah.
Because Statlander, they've turned her into Cassidy, and it's annoyed me because why am I seeing open challenges of Statlander every week?
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. I want her to have a good title run where it doesn't feel like it's fucking the same shit every week.
And the mad thing is that in, say, 2 months or something like that, what we've seen from Statlander in her defences is going to be double because she's doing the same on Rampage. Yeah. So she's going to be like 56-0. And it's going to be like, what?
Good.
Where have them 28 defences come from?
Statlander matches 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 championship matches since May.
So since she won it.
Yeah. It's not as bad as it looks. Like she had like 3 in 3 weeks, though. That's what I think I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
But it isn't as bad. But then if you look at flipping Orange Cassidy, who had like 4,000 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Defended it 26 times. Like, you know.
It worked for Jade Cargill with that title because Cargill was a monster. Statlander is not a monster. You don't need to.
Plus, Cargill might not be coming back.
I don't
She's come out saying that she did. Yeah, she's come out saying she might not go back to AEW.
Fair. Oh well. It was a good run.
That's sad. Anyway.
But yeah, I mean, there is nothing else to review. Have you got anything that you want to add to the end of this before I start spouting about what these lovely people can do to follow us?
I've got an interview with a guy called Merc coming up, who's going to be wrestling for Kumite, and he's very American wrestler. He's from America, so you will see him around the American side of the fan base. And then I've also got an interview with Antonio Gonzalez coming up from Kumite, the UK version, and so 2 people in a row.
Nice.
It's coming back.
Yeah, we're getting some more interviews up and running. Hopefully DP will get something in the pipeline that he'll announce soon. But there's still videos coming. We've started recording season 1 for me rating DP, but it's technically season 2 of GM mode where there's all 3 of us doing it this time. So That'll be hitting the channel quite soon, hopefully. But we'll keep you updated on that one. But yeah, just like and subscribe as always. The socials are at the top. The HCW Show on Twitch, the HCW Show on Twitter, HCW Show on Instagram. The Facebook is the HCW Show. You've got my Twitter handle here. You've got Rates over that way. Make sure that you go into the video description, join the Discord. And yeah, just like and subscribe. Let us know what you like and what you don't like. But we appreciate all of your support. And on that note, we will end the video. We will catch you next week. Thank you very much and good night.
Goodbye.